It's funny how things sometimes align. I stepped outside today, and the crisp December air immediately reminded me of the season's duality, beauty and melancholy. The sky was overcast, a soft gray that seemed to stretch endlessly, as if it were wrapping the world in a cool embrace. There was something poetic about the stillness, broken only by the crunch of frost underfoot and the distant hum of holiday activity. This weather, this atmosphere feels like a perfect backdrop for what I want to talk about today, the experience of being an elder orphan during Christmas and the holiday season. December, with all its festivity, light, and joy, can be a stark contrast to the isolation many elder orphans feel. It's a time meant for warmth and family, for gathering around the fire and celebrating traditions. But when you don't have family or when your social circle has diminished over time, Christmas can feel like a glaring reminder of what's missing. For those who may not be familiar, the term elder orphan refers to older adults who are aging without the traditional support structure of family, no spouse, no children, and often no close relatives to rely on. It's a reality that's becoming increasingly common in our society. And during the holidays, the weight of this reality can feel almost unbearable. I know because I'm one of them. If you're watching this, maybe you're an elder orphan too. Or maybe you're not there yet but see the possibility looming in your future. Or perhaps you know someone in your life who might be quietly facing this situation. No matter where you stand, this is a topic we need to talk about not just for ourselves, but for our communities, for the people who may be struggling silently, especially during this season that emphasizes connection and family. The heavy silence of Christmas without family. Christmas is a season of sensory overload in the best and sometimes the hardest ways. The air is crisp, the scent of pine trees fills the streets, homes glow with warm lights, and carols play everywhere. For many, these things evoke joy and nostalgia, memories of childhood mornings tearing open gifts, or big family dinners filled with laughter. But for elder orphans, those same sights and sounds can evoke an aching emptiness. Christmas traditions, decorating the tree, baking cookies, attending holiday gatherings are often rooted in family rituals. Without a family to share them with, these traditions can feel hollow. It's not just the absence of people that stings, it's the absence of shared history, of belonging to something larger than yourself. I don't have children or a spouse to share these moments with. My Christmas morning is quiet, not filled with the clamor of excited kids or the warmth of shared meals, and that quiet can feel deafening. Why this is a growing concern. The phenomenon of elder orphans is not new, but it's becoming more prevalent. As of now, about 12% of adults over the age of 50 fall into this category. That's millions of people who don't have the familial safety net that was once a cornerstone of aging. It wasn't always this way. I think back to my mother's time during the Great Depression and the 1940s. Families were larger, communities were tighter, and there was a collective understanding that you looked out for one another. My mother used to tell stories of how their family would take in neighbors who had fallen on hard times. Even if they barely had enough for themselves, they made room for others. It wasn't perfect, but it was a safety net that kept many from falling through the cracks. Fast forward to today, and that communal sense of responsibility has largely eroded. We live in a society that prizes independence, where aging parents and relatives are often seen as a burden. This shift is deeply felt during December, a month that practically demands togetherness. For elder orphans, the lack of a safety net becomes painfully clear during this time. The emotional toll of December. December carries a unique weight for elder orphans. The holiday season can amplify feelings of loneliness and isolation. Studies show that loneliness peaks during the holidays, and for elder orphans, that loneliness can be accompanied by a deep sense of grief for the family you never had or the family you've lost over time. This is compounded by the societal expectation that Christmas is supposed to be magical. You see it everywhere in commercials and movies, in the faces of families walking arm in arm at the Christmas tree lot. It's easy to feel like an outsider looking in, like the season's joy is something reserved for everyone else. For me, Christmas is a time of reflection. I think about my childhood, about the traditions my parents carried on. I think about what could have been if life had gone differently. And while I try to stay positive, there are moments when the weight of it all feels crushing. Finding meaning in a quiet Christmas. So, what do you do when you're an elder orphan during Christmas? How do you make peace with a holiday that can feel so focused on family? For me, I've learned to create my own traditions. Instead of focusing on what I don't have, I try to find joy in the small things. I bake cookies and share them with neighbors. I decorate my space, even if no one else will see it. I watch old holiday movies that bring me comfort. It's not the same as having a family to share these moments with, but it's a way to reclaim some of the season's magic for myself. I also make an effort to connect with others. Volunteering has been a lifeline for me during the holidays. Last year, I spent Christmas morning at a food bank, handing out meals to families in need. Seeing their gratitude reminded me that I'm part of a larger community, even if my own family circle is small or non-existent. Building connection and resilience. For elder orphans, building and maintaining connections is crucial not just during December but year-round. Even if you don't have a traditional family, friendships, community groups, or even online communities can provide a sense of belonging. It's not always easy to put yourself out there, but it's worth the effort. Pets can also be a source of incredible comfort. My neighbor, who's in his 70s and struggling with health issues, often tells me that his dog is his saving grace. That dog gives him a reason to get up every morning, a sense of purpose and companionship that's especially important during the holiday season. A call for change. As a society, we need to do better. We need stronger social safety nets, better support for older adults who are aging alone, and a cultural shift that values community care. The holidays are a reminder of how far we've drifted from the communal spirit that once defined this time of year. But they're also an opportunity to start rebuilding that spirit, one connection at a time. Ending with hope. If you're an elder orphan, or if you know someone who is, remember this: the holidays can still hold meaning even if they look different than you imagined. It's not about recreating what was or what could have been. It's about finding moments of joy in the here and now. Take care of yourself. Reach out to someone. Volunteer. Create your own traditions. And most importantly, don't lose hope. The holidays can be a time of renewal and reflection, a chance to embrace the life you have, even as you work toward making it better. Thank you for listening and for being part of this conversation. If this message resonated with you, please like, comment, and subscribe. Share your own experiences in the comments. Let's build a community of support and understanding, especially during this time of year. You're not alone, even if it feels that way. Wishing you peace, connection, and hope this holiday season. If you found this video helpful or meaningful, please take a moment to like the video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps support the content and keeps the conversation going. Don't forget to leave a comment below sharing your thoughts, experiences, or even how you find joy during the holiday season. And if you know someone who could benefit from this message, please share this video with them. Together, we can build a community of support and understanding. Thank you for watching.